स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे अवतारवरिष्ठाय रामकृष्णाय ते नमः। यथाग्नेर्दाहिका शक्ति रामकृष्णे स्थिता हि या सर्वविद्यास्वरूपां तां शारदां प्रणमाम्यहम्। नमः श्रीयतिराजाय विवेकानन्दसूरये सच्चित्सुखस्वरूपाय तापहारिणे अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमचलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि सद्गुरुं तं नमामि। Let us spend few minutes in silence and meditation. Let us offer our salutations to the all-pervading blissful spirit in any name or form we like. Let us offer our salutations to Sri Ramakrishna, Holy Mother Sri Sharda Devi, Swami Vivekananda, to Sri Adi Shankaracharya, and all great saints, all great acharyas, teachers, whose teachings we have inherited. May they inspire us with love for the truth. May they lead us from the unreal to the real. As you inhale, think of positive vibrations, pure vibrations, peaceful vibrations, and strong vibrations entering into your body and mind. These vibrations will destroy all the impurities, restlessness, negativity, and weaknesses. Slowly exhale, slowly breathe out positive, peaceful, pure, and other vibrations. As the mind becomes peaceful, calm, pure, think deeply about the real self, about the Atman. You are not the tiny body-mind complex called Annamaya Kosha. You are neither the Pranamaya Kosha nor the Manomaya Kosha, neither the Vijnanamaya Kosha and the Anandamaya Kosha. They are all mere coverings. Think deeply, I am he, I am he. Let this ring in your mind day and night like a song. Send positive, peaceful, pure, healthy thoughts to all people who are part of your own self. East or west, north or south. May all be happy, may all be peaceful, may all be free from difficulties. May all be enlightened. Sarvastaratu durgani sarvo bhadrani pashyatu sarvasad buddhimapnotu sarvasarvatra nandatu. Om asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amrutangamaya. Om shanti 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 harihi om. Sadashivasamarambham Shankara madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Sadashivasamarambham Shankara madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Parampara. Tapo bhikshina papanam Shantanam vitaraginam Mumukshunam apekshoyam Atma bodho vidhiyate. I am composing the Atma Bodha or self-knowledge to serve the needs of those who have been purified through the practice of austerities, who are peaceful in heart, Shantanam, free from cravings, Vitaraginam, whose only desire is that of liberation, Mumukshunam. For them is this text, says Adi Shankaracharya. To continue, let us recite Slokas number 16 to 25 today. Please refer the Telugu book or the Samskrita book, or share with your neighbor if you don't have it. 16 to 25. Sada sarvagatopyatma na sarvatravabhasate buddha vevavabhaseta swacheshu pratibimbavat dehendriya mano buddhihi prakritibhyo vilakshanam तद्वृत्ति साक्षिणं विद्यात् आत्मानं राजवत्सदा व्यापृतेष्विन्द्रियेष्वात्मा व्यापारी वा विवेकिना दृश्यते भ्रेषु धावत्सु धावन्निव यथा शशी आत्मचैतन्यमाश्रित्य देहेन्द्रियमनोधियः स्वक्रियार्थेषु वर्तन्ते सूर्यलोकं यथा जनाः देहेन्द्रियगुणान् कर्मान् अमले सच्चिदात्मनि अध्यस्यन्त्यविवेकेन गगने नीलतादिवत् अज्ञानान् मानसोपाधेः कर्तृत्वादीनि चात्मनि कल्पन्त्ये अम्बुगते चन्द्रे चलनादियताम्भसः रागेच्छा सुखदुःखादि बुद्धौ सत्यां प्रवर्तते सुषुप्तौ नास्ति तन्नाशे तस्माद् बुद्धेस्तु नात्मनः प्रकाशोऽर्कस्यतो यस्य शैत्यमग्नेर्यतोष्णता स्वभावः सच्चिदानन्दः नित्यनिर्मलतात्मनः आत्मनः सच्चिदांशश्च बुद्धे वृत्तिरिति द्वयम् संयोज्य चाविवेकेन जानामीति प्रवर्तते आत्मनो विक्रिया नास्ति बुद्धेर्बोधो न जात्विति जीवः सर्वमलं ज्ञात्वा ज्ञाता द्रष्टेति मुह्यति हरिः ओम्। Continuing our discussion of Atma Bodha towards the end of this text, very interesting, very important text for self-realization. On the 5th of October, that was the week before, we were discussing the 59th Shloka. So as recycling our mind, let us recite once. Shloka number 59. Tadyuktamakhilam vastu vyavaharastadhanvitaha tasmat sarvagatam brahma क्षीरे सर्पिरिवाखिले तद्युक्तमखिलं वस्तु व्यवहारस्तदन्वितः तस्मात् सर्वगतं ब्रह्म क्षीरे सर्पिरिवाखिले tadyuktam akhilam vastu. All objects are pervaded by Brahman. Ishavasya Upanishad says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Whatever we see, whatever we hear, whatever we do, day after day in this place or in another place, it is all because of Brahman. Tadyuktam akhilam vastu. Then all objects are pervaded by Brahman. Next it says, Vyavaharas tadanvitaha. Vyavaharaha tat anvitaha. All actions are possible because of that. Tat means that. Brahman. Tasmat. Therefore, Sarvagatam Brahma. Brahman alone permeates everything. Vivekananda says, God alone lives, soul alone lives, spirituality alone lives. Hold on to that. So what does it mean? Conviction, conviction, conviction. Conviction of what? Conviction of the scriptural authenticity. Shastra Pramana. So all the great sages who have passed through this fire of realizing Brahman, they have given that. And Sloka number 58, 59 and 60, they are direct references from what? From the Upanishads. What is the stronghold of Shankaracharya? What is the weapon of Shankaracharya? Vedanta. Upanishads. Maybe the language is different, but the meaning and essence is the same. So Isha Upanishad says, Tadyuktam akilam vastu, everything is Brahman, God in everything. Chapter of Gnana Yoga, if you read, you will understand Swamiji's idea. Free rendering of the Upanishads, 18 shlokas, which I shall refer after a few minutes. So what we are struggling today is because of the five senses. Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandha, these fellows have been given so much importance, everything external appears real. This is Vastu, this Nama Rupa Vastu, flask. This table, this book, this chair, this camera, this fan, these buildings, people is so real. What happened? From childhood, we have been taught external mechanism. What is education? Control the external mechanism. As a result, what happened to the mind as it grew up? It lost the power of internal mechanism. That is the problem. But what is the Upanishad education? Avritta chakshuhu amritatvam icchan. Desiring immortality or experiencing Brahman or the Supreme Consciousness, the chakshu, the eyes which are seeing the world and the colors and the forms and the tastes, everything, apparent reality, we are not able to know what is the reality within. So Shankaracharya is authenticating, putting a stamp again. Tad yuktam akhilam vastu. Vyavaharaha tad anvitaha. My talk, your listening, your walking, your eating, all that will come because of Brahman. 2 zeros on the blackboard, no value. 500 zeros on the board, no value. Unless there is number 1 in front. Sri Ramakrishna clearly has indicated that one is Brahman, one is God, or what he called Bhavatarini. Mother is everything. Remove the mother, whole thing drops, falls like a pack of cards. Nothing will remain. As we read in the Kena Upanishad. In the dialogue between the Guru and the Shishya, what is he saying? Shishya is asking, Keneshitam patati preshitam manaha. At whose behest all things are going on in this world? Who bids the body live? Who makes the tongue speak? Who is that effulgent being that directs the eye to form and color and the ear to sound? The answer, the realized Guru says, the self is ear of the ear. This is not hearing, because the self, this fellow is helping me to hear. This is a dumb fellow, inert fellow. Mind of the mind, Shrotrasya Shrotram. He is the speech of the speech, all superlative degree. He is also breath of the breath, eye of the eye. This is Charmachakshu. This fellow cannot see. In medical terms, what? The optic nerve is connected to the brain. Brain gives signal. Then I see, oh, this side gents are sitting, that side ladies are sitting. It's only a differentiation. But still they go deeper and deeper and says, because of the Atman, the brain works. The brain gives signals to the manas, the decisions, the thoughts, the waves that you see in the ECG or you see in the neuro machines. All this is because of the self. He is also the breath of the breath, the eye of the eye. What happened in the 10th chapter of the Gita? When Arjuna said, I want to see your Vishwarupa, not the Krishna Rupa, not the what I am seeing as the Sarati, as Yashoda Krishna. No, I want to see that form which the sages heard or you showed them. Yes, I will bless you, but you cannot see with your ordinary eyes, Arjuna's eyes, Panikrat. I will give you Divya Chakshu. Dadami Divya Chakshutvam. With that eye you can see, not with this Charma Chakshu. Krishna removes that. It is like eye transplantation. He removes the Charma Chakshu, puts the Divya Chakshu, and it explains everything. No, it's in the 11th chapter. In the 10th chapter, it is the Buddhi blessings of the Buddhi, awakening the Buddhi so that he can listen to what the Vibhuti of the God is. Nearly 54 divine qualities Krishna has explained. I am this, I am this, I am this, I am that, I am this, I am that. Sarasamasmi Sagaraha, Nakshatranamaham Shashi. Whatever glorious is that we see, that we comprehend is He. And having heard, now he says, I want to see, darshanam. For that Divya Chakshu. For whatever it is, the Upanishad says, having given up the false identification of the self with the senses and the mind, what is Shankara telling here? Tasmat sarvagatam brahma, when the truth dawns in me, that everything is Brahman, tasmat sarvagatam brahma, like kshire sarpiri vakile. Sarpiri means butter. Like butter permeating the entire milk. You touch any portion of the milk, there is butter. But it is unseen. But it is a fact. We learnt it from our grandmother. And that grandmother learnt it from her grandmother. The generations came, there is butter in milk. Having given up the false identification of self with the senses and the mind, and knowing the self to be Brahman. Tasmat sarvagatam Brahma. The wise one departing this world becomes immortal. Him the eyes does not see. Zero fellows. We are blind actually. We are blind. Because we are not able to see the reality. Sometimes I feel the real blind people are better. They are trained to see through the mind. They have braille, touch, perfect. Standing in the bus stand, blind man is there with a stick. He will feel. Mind is working sharp. Route number 58. వచ్చేసింది అంటాడు. మనం కళ్ళు తుడుచుకోవాలి. Correct. Deeper intuition. Deaf people, how many are working? Devanar Deaf and Dumb School is there in Begumpet. They came here, 100 students. Medical, engineering, computer science, perfect. How? Training of the mind. And that mind gets signal from the buddhi. Buddhi gets signal from the Atma. Him the eyes does not see, nor the tongue express, nor the mind grasp. Him we neither know nor are able to teach. Different is he from the known, and different is he from the unknown. So have we heard from the wise. I cannot say that I know Brahman fully, nor can I say that I know him not. He among us knows him best, who understands the spirit of the words. Nor do I know that I know him not. Buddha was asked, do you deny God? Buddha replied, did I say that I deny God? That means you believe in God? Did I say that I believe in God? Shanti. Sri Ramakrishna says, a salt doll went to measure the ocean with all pride. But unfortunately, the moment it touched, it became one with the ocean. Now, who is there to tell the measurement of the ocean, the depth of the ocean? So, at every stage, only Brahman is remaining without being spoken. No words can explain Brahman. It's only the experience, the conscious experience of the seeker. Ramana Maharshi remained silent 80% of his life. But those who sat before him got all the answers. The scholars came with a big list of questions, it seems. Shanti. All answers answered. All questions answered. They felt satisfied. Like Krishna eating that small grain in Akshay Patra. The 30,000 disciples felt they were filled up. Brahman is like that. All pervading. See, Vivekananda says, don't seek God. He says, see God. In Inspired Talks, those who have not read Inspired Talks should read at least once in your lifetime. Thousand Island Park. Spontaneously it came. It was not on any subject. It's just Inspired Talks. One day he will speak on Ramanuja, one day he will speak on Narada, one day he will speak on Brahman, one day he will speak on Upanishads, one day he will speak on Christ. Miss Ellen Waldo used to keep her pen always wet. When that Inspired Talks will come. In the dining hall he will speak. While walking he will speak. All that is a book called Inspired Talks. There he says, don't seek God. Where are you going to seek God? He is there in front of you. This is Swamiji. He said, see God. Open your eyes. Which eyes? Not the charmachakshu. The inner eye has to be opened. That's why sadhana karo, japa karo, Japam chahiye. Inner eye will be cleaned. Cataract will go. Glaucoma will be set right. Retina detachment will be set right. Then I can see fresh. So Shankara says, all objects are pervaded by Brahman. All actions are possible because of Brahman. See? Therefore, Brahman permeates everything as butter permeates milk. So, Tasmat Sarvagatam Brahma, therefore Brahman alone permeates everything, is everywhere, like Kshire Sarpihi Iva Akhile. Sarpihi Iva Akhile. Even as butter permeates milk, within and without, there is Brahman. Within you and outside yourself. Sri Ramakrishna says, with closed eyes, I see God. I see the mother. With open eyes, if I am not going to see the mother, what is the use of that mother? God without, God within. Instruct your mind. See God. How to see God? Three things are components. Three components of God. Like Sat, Chit, Ananda. Another way of understanding is Asti, Bhati, Priyam. It exists, Asti. Bhati is consciousness, or Asti is Sat, it is truth. And Priyam, it is dear to everybody. It is more dearer than your own breath, more dearer than everything. In thought, in action, and in speech, Brahman is the all-pervasive truth. So, as we think, as we move, we have to keep this consciousness alive. This thought should be alive. The wave belongs to the ocean. The ocean does not belong to the wave. We have come from Brahman. We live in Brahman. We go back to Brahman. But in between, drama is going on. We give priority or importance to the role that I am playing, the position that I am living, and we forget that I am in Brahman. That is why Vivekananda is so nearer to us when he said, my body is not able to retain that consciousness. Consciousness is expanding. 5 feet 8 inches, 5 feet 9 inches, Swami he was physically. Says, body is shattered as it were. The consciousness is just bursting out. I am not able to hold it. That's why time and again he was seeing his face in the mirror, adjusting his hair, adjusting his dress. People thought, Swamiji is enamored by his beauty, by his handsomeness. So again and again he is going to the mirror. He is talking something and doing something. Mrs. Olebul asked Dhiramata, oh Swami, you are enamored by your handsome face. Mother, what a thought it is. I am forgetting my body. The consciousness is bursting out, expanding so much. But I have to do my master's work. So by force he was holding the consciousness in this Jada Vastu, in this Panchabhuta Vastu, by force, by willpower. That only the rishis can do, not other people. So, Asti Bhati Priyam. Asti means Sat, the truth. Bhati is consciousness. And Priyam is dearness. In thought, in action, in speech, Brahman is the all-pervasive truth. All actions are possible because of Brahman. Without the grace of Brahman, the sense organs that we have, Pancha Gnanendriyas, what are they? Mere holes. They are mere holes. 2 holes here, 1 big hole here, 2 holes ears, 2 holes in the center. All are holes only. As if it is Pinjara. pinjara, a skeleton. In the medical college, if you go, you'll understand this better. You see only the skeleton there, no spirit. For anatomy, physiology, when they teach in the first year, they keep only a skeleton. So it's only mere holes. So example given is butter, which is invisible but is all pervasive in milk. So how do I understand this? Intense nididhyasana, meditation, analyzation. Just like you bring out the butter by a particular process. Whole night, that milk has to be kept quiet by adding the curdling. Keep quiet. Sri Ramakrishna says every hour, don't go and open the lid and shake it. Perigainda. Murkhattvam it is. Nothing will it will be spoiled. You are spoiling the meditation of the milk. I'll become milk, curd, I'll become curd, I'll become curd. Morning it has become curd. So how interesting is that meditation? Like earlier Shankara has mentioned, like the beetle which becomes a cockroach which becomes a beetle. The beetle stings the cockroach and takes it home. And the cockroach is thinking, beetle is coming, the beetle is coming, the beetle is coming. It is becoming beetle. This is a kind of example they give in Vedanta. Yad bhavam tad bhavati. So by intense meditation within and without, Brahman can be separated from the world of Nama and Rupa. It can be separated. That is where Vimunjadiva Koshaha. Like a grass which is removed from the pith. The greenness of the grass is just removed in botany. The center in the leaf you find that main stem. So like that the Atman is separated from the body-mind complex. So refer to the Kena Upanishad again. Towards the end, last beautiful story comes there. Kene shitam patati preshitam manaha. Then later in the end, I refer to Indra goes to the Yaksha. First Agni goes to find out who the Yaksha is. I refer to it last class. Big biodata he gives, I am this, I am that. All right, Baba, just burn this gaddipulla. Don't talk too much. Show me your power. A small piece of grass. Nothing happens. Not even its burns. He goes defeated. Then Vayu comes. Who are you? Another big biodata. I'll blow away everything, the whole universe, the whole earth. My power is so much. This Gaddipulla. What a wonder. Beautiful story. Ego of the gods. I can do this, I can do that. But Yaksha said, Mardan karna chahiyalla. We have to hit them on the head. So he comes. Brahman comes in the form of Yaksha. And that piece of grass, failure. What power do you wield? I can burn anything on the earth. Burn this. Placing a straw. A small piece of straw. Burn this. Let me see. No world tarva chuskunda. I cannot discover who this mysterious is. I am the god of wind. I am very widely known. I fly swiftly through the heavens. And what power do you wield? I can blow away anything on earth. This is a dialogue in the Kena Upanishad. Blow this piece of straw. Let me see. Same result. Finally, Indra comes. Who was that spirit? Then, Haimavati Uma, the Divine Mother comes and says, fool, that is Brahman. Because of that Brahman, you are able to do your gods and goddesses team are able to do something. This is the truth of Brahman in relation to man. In the motions of Brahman, in the motions of the mind, the power that is shown is the power of Brahman. For this reason should a man meditate upon Brahman by day and by night. Brahman is the adorable being in all beings. Meditate upon him as such. He who meditates upon him as such is honored by all other human beings. He who attains to knowledge of Brahman, being freed from all evil, finds the eternal, the supreme. Kena Upanishad ends. Finally, everything is because of Brahman. One more important point is, when you hold a pot, here milk example, butter example is given. But you hold a pot, a clay pot. Are you holding the pot or the clay? We are holding the clay. We are not holding the pot. Pot is only Namarupa. Actually the base is clay. And when you hold an ornament, a necklace, an earring, bangle, gold bangle we say. What is it that you are holding in your hand? Gold. That is the base metal. Over that the ornament akaram is given. When you put it in fire, it becomes again liquid gold. Similarly, we are holding God. We are holding Brahman. We are in Brahman. We are with Brahman. Not with the Pancha Indriyas. Somebody was giving me an example. AI, what you call the auto-driven cars, the driverless vehicles today, increasing. And that is going forward. And you are there driving. A man is driving there. Who can experience the beauty of driving? The driver. Not the driverless vehicle. That is only a machine. That is artificial intelligence. It doesn't have consciousness. It doesn't have feelings. But only a driver can know. He can enjoy the scenery, enjoy this. Too much of this emphasis on AI, so much on ChatGPT. Finally, you will become mental hospitals will be filled up with people. What you will do when everything machine does? You are jobless. So this is another danger. So Brahman is required for us. We should hold on to Brahman, the natural intelligence. Then use artificial intelligence for good purpose. Because the experience. Few days back I was in mother's house in Jarambati, Holy Mother's house, Holy Mother's place, where she walked, she lived, Jagan Mata as the mother in flesh and blood. There was this small ant on my table, dining table, small ant. You touch it, it will die. But when I put a small piece of sugar or a sweet offered to mother, how happy that fellow is. Very interesting. It's jumping with joy. See the consciousness. See the anubhuti. So whenever I have learnt a lesson, whenever ants are there, please don't disturb them. Put some sugar. You see the enjoyment. It is Brahman for them. Brahman in the form of sugar. They enjoy. You just touch them, they react. They don't like we fellows touching it. We think we are superior, but that also has got consciousness. Should see consciousness. At least have an intellectual thought. When you see the trees, when you see the animals, consciousness. Consciousness permeating through them. So from an ant, or even they go deeper, from a blade of grass to the highest is this massive consciousness, macrocosm and the microcosm. They take our life higher. We become kings, as it were. Vivekananda says, children of immortal bliss. What a sweet name. Allow me to call you brethren by that sweet name, children of immortal bliss. Shake off the delusion that you are sheep. Your spirit's free, eternal. He roars Shankara's teachings in English. to the American audience, to the English audience, where he says, although Parabrahman is supporting everything, he is not cognized by us, as the butter is not recognized by us though it is in milk. Simple truth. Who can deny that the butter is not there? Only a fool can do it. The process is Brahma Vichara. You want to know the process? Vichar karo. Shankara's Atma Anatma Vichara, one new book has come with the original Sanskrit and translation by our pro-chancellor of our university. He has taken a lot of pain to put it into common man. So he says, Brahma Vichara, so that we can extract the all-pervasive Brahman. God is there in every part of this creation, in the same subtle way as butter is in every drop of the milk. So we have to look beyond the physical and consider the essence of things to be able to see God. What is the essence of a mango? The juice. What is the essence of an orange? The juice. Similarly, what is the essence of this world is Brahman, is that consciousness. So the entire Atma Bodha is an extraction from the Vedas. So we shall now just touch upon Shloka number 60. Please repeat. Ananvastulamahrasvam adhirgamajamau yayam arupa gunavarnyakyam tad brahmetyavadharayet ananvasthulamahrasvam adhirgamajamau yayam arupa gunavarnakyam tad brahmetyavadharayet. Ananu astulam ahrasvam. All put together is one word. Ananu astulam ahrasvam. Neither small or subtle, nor gross, neither short. Adirgam, ajam, avyayam. It is neither long, it is without birth and without change. Without name, you can call it. Arupa gunavarnam akyam, without form, attributes, color or name. Tad brahma iti avadharayet. I repeat, ananu astulam ahrasvam. Neither small, neither subtle, nor gross, neither short. Adirgham, it is neither long. It is ajam, without birth. Avyayam, without change. Arupa gunavarnam akyam. It is without form, without guna, attributes, color or name. Varnam akyam. That Brahman, that Brahma iti avadharayet. Realize that to be Brahman. Again Upanishad Vakya. 58th Shloka. Akhandananda rupasya tasyananda alavashritaha brahmadyastaratamyena bhavantya nandito lavaha. This verse is a reference from Taittiriya Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. The same idea comes there in Taittiriya Upanishad and Chandogya Upanishad. 59th verse, which we just now discussed, is from the Mundaka Upanishad, a dialogue between Shaunaka and Angirasa. And the 60th shloka, which we just recited now, is from the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad, the basis. So Shankara's authenticity, authority is the Upanishads in Prakarana Granthas in different formats. The whole thing is the mother, The Upanishads, the Vedas. So he says here, in the 59th verse from the Mundaka and 60th now, Brihadaranyaka based, Brahman does not have any attribute, no guna. After a few minutes we will sing the Arati song. Towards the end, what does it say? Namo Namo Prabhu Vakyamanatita. To that Prabhu, Ramakrishna is not mentioned there. You can take it as Supreme Consciousness or take it as Sri Ramakrishna. Hey Prabhu, Mana Vakya Atita. But at the same time, you are the Adhara of Manas and Vakya, everything. See the paradox there? When you sing, it is better to have more concentration and think of those words. Namo Namo Prabhu Vakya Manatita Mano Vachanaikadhar. Wonderful. What Swamiji has taught us. You are above it, but you are the Adhara of it. Mother is above it, she is the Adhara of the creation. That mother will be worshipped tomorrow. Mahakali, Bhavatarini for us. Not the Smashana Kali, not the Rudra Kali, not the Chandi, Chamundi with cutting and pasting and stitching. Shanta Kali, Anandamayi. Manovachanaik Adhar. You are the Adhara, but you are Atita. Similarly, this says, Brahman does not have attributes, but it is giving the attributes, which can be recognized by the sense organs. That is the point there. The attributes alone can be recognized by what? Pancha Gnana Indriyas. So Brahman is not that. Then how to recognize Brahman? It is only by the Shastra Pramana or scriptural proof. That is the Adhara. What is our Adhara for Sri Ramakrishna's teachings? The Gospel of Sri Ramakrishna. For anything, reference is there. What is the Adhara for Sri Ramakrishna's sadhana? The Great Master or the Divine Play, new book which is retranslated. That is the Adhara. All other things are only subsidiary. References taken out from the bigger source. So everything is referred to Gospel. What is Ramakrishna teachings? The 1000-page Gospel. Because it was heard, Shravana, by Master Mahashaya. It was written down, Likhita, by Master Mahashaya. And then he brought it out from his meditation. That is another experience. You see. So scriptural proof. That's why Prakarana Granthas and Upanishads have to be studied with Bhagavad Gita as the base. So here, just one example I will give and then we will continue the next class. It is in the Chandogya Upanishad. About this all-pervasiveness of Brahman. It says, the Guru Shishya Samvada. Shishya wanted to know the all-pervasiveness of Brahman. Guru said, bring a bowl of water and bring lump of salt. Shishya brought that bowl of water, the lump of salt. Guru says, mix it in that water. And after 15 minutes, you come back. And the Shishya comes back. He says, give me back the lump of water, salt which you mixed there. Sir, how can I give that lump of salt? Why? It is there. No, it is not there. I am not able to see. Now you see, take a little, put your finger there and put in your tongue. What is the taste? Saltiness. Only that experience you can tell, but that lump of clay you cannot give. Take that little from the bottom of the bowl. It is salty. So the entire water from the center, from the side, from the top, everything has been pervaded by Brahman. So everything is Brahman. Aitadatmyam idam satyam tat sarvam sa atma tattvamasi shvetaketu. Chandogya Upanishad. How to understand that final truth? Aitadatmyam idam satyam. Tat sarvam. Sa Atma. That is the Atman. That the what? Tattvamasi Shvetaketo. What a wonderful utterance. All Nastikas will be blown out by this one statement. Tattvamasi Shvetaketo. Nastika also is speaking from that point of view only. From the Brahman point of view. He is within Brahman and speaking there is no Brahman. Yes, there is no Brahman, true. But Brahman is there. Manovachanaikadhar. So, the finite objects, not what we are seeing, the flask or the mic or this table is all limited, right? Finite objects are bound by time, space and causation. Desha Kala Nimitta is whole life. From the time you get up till you time you sleep back again, Desha Kala Nimitta. But Brahman, which is timeless time, spaceless space, is technical words in Vedanta. Timeless time, spaceless space, and infinitude of the infinite cannot be bound by space, time and causation, which you know, which I know. Can you bind Brahman in this room? As Kanakadasa in Karnataka said, when the Guru Vyasaraya Swami said, gave one banana to each disciple and said, eat in the place where you won't see anybody. Eat this banana in a place where nobody will see you eating. One fellow went under the bed and ate. One fellow put a blanket on his head and ate. Another fellow went into the forest and see if somebody is there or not. When nobody is there, he ate. Another fellow went into a water tank and ate. Next day morning, Kanakadasa brought back that same banana and offered back to the Guru. All were laughing. Foolish fellow, he cannot eat where there is nobody. Vyasaraya Swami kept quiet and said, let him answer. Said, wherever I go, I saw Krishna. Krishna is seeing me. There is no place where he is not there. And everybody did namaskar. That he became a Kanakadasa. Krishna turned himself in Udupi and he was not allowed into the temple because he is from the shepherd caste, Dalit modern language. They did not permit him. So he stood outside and sang. Krishna just turned. Now everybody has to turn that side and see Krishna. There is no place where that is why this Acharya, these Dasas have shown that the timelessness, the infinitude, the spacelessness of God cannot be measured by your limited knowledge of understanding. It can only be defined in negative terms as mentioned in the verse, in the shloka, which we shall take up in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Tat Sat. Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.